Hi everyone, welcome to video number 3. So for those of you who've been following these videos, I'm really happy that you've joined me now for the third one. So I'd like to start this one with a quick hand breathing exercise. So if you'd do it with me, those of you who saw the last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's put up our hand and we're going to trace our fingers with a breathing exercise. Let's do that together. Great. A lot of you emailed me back and said that you really enjoyed the hand breathing exercise. A friend of mine who suffers from a little bit of allergies at this time, she said it really helped to calm the breathing down. So that's really amazing, and I'm glad that you guys found it useful. When I was thinking about what to talk to you about today, I thought about a very important topic that I think is often I don't practice as much as I'd like to, and I'd like to introduce it to you. You know it, but maybe we're going to keep each other accountable, and that is gratitude. At this point in life, during these turbulent times, it might seem that gratitude is not top of mind for most of us, but actually there's no better time to practice gratitude, because studies have shown that gratitude actually helps people be happier and for people to sleep better. So it's really pretty amazing, because just by being grateful for a few things and appreciate things in our life can have some profound changes in our day-to-day. So in that spirit, I'd like to just introduce the topic of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the topic that our brain and the structure of our brain is not static. Just like any muscle in the body, the parts you use more get stronger. The parts you use less get smaller. And that's the same concept in our brain. So there's parts of our brain that work in relationship with happiness and joy. And so why not do things to try to make that part of our brain grow bigger? I'll touch on the topic of neuroplasticity in future videos to come. But for the purpose of today, we're going to stay with gratitude. And gratitude, it's not to sugarcoat how challenging things are at some points in our lives like they are now, but it's actually to bring some of our attention and awareness to the things that are good right now. Some people feel that gratitude is sometimes overwhelming because we're not talking about being grateful for the world and the globe and something on a big scale. It can be really on a small scale. It can be as small as being grateful for your cat, or being grateful for a warm shower, being grateful for eating a delicious piece of chocolate. It really can be quite small. No one's done a study to say the bigger the thing you're grateful for, the happier you are. There's no such thing. It's just the practice of being grateful for anything. So what I'd like to introduce is the idea of incorporating this gratitude exercise into our day-to-day lives for the next little bit. So that can look different for each of us. So you can either practice journaling. There's a lot written about journaling, and people who write a few things on a piece of paper beside their nightstand before they go to sleep, they actually have better sleep. So that's one thing. You can kind of leave a piece of paper and a pen by your bed, and tonight before you go to bed, write 3 things you're grateful for. You could also express your gratitude just by thinking it. You don't have to write it down. If that doesn't feel right, if that's not part of your routine, then just think it. So before you go to sleep, 3 things that you are grateful for that day or the day before, doesn't matter. And I think that there's no better time to actually maybe thank someone with a letter. When my husband was sick and in hospital with a cardiac issue, I actually wrote a very sort of heartwarming thank you letter to his cardiologist. And that actually made me feel better. I don't even know if he got it, but I was actually really happy that I wrote that to him. So pick up a little card that you have lying around the house, or decorate one, and send a thank you card to someone, anyone, your staff, your friend, Who wouldn't love getting something in the mail at this point to thank them? Just thank you for being there, or I hope you're doing okay. And it's also a really neat thing if we could actually express our gratitude to the people we love in person. And so, with that being said, I am grateful to all of you for joining me on this journey. It actually helps to keep me sane in this little bit of an insane time. And maybe to keep ourselves accountable, I challenge you, why don't you email me one thing you're grateful for? It doesn't matter what it is, just one thing. And I'll read them all, and it'll actually probably make me warm and fuzzy on the inside reading something from you that you're grateful for. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.